724 right now. The Dodge Durango. Boy, that's a very competitive segment of the full-size SUV. See what Ed Wallace thinks about it this morning.
Good morning, Ed.
Well, good morning, Tim and Lauren. Actually, this is the second time I brought the Durango back. Like the Toyota Venza, I don't think anybody was listening to my review the first time around, so I thought we'd have to do it again. Now, when people go into a Chrysler dealership looking for their midsize SUV, they always ask for the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and that's it. And sometimes they go, well, I wish it had a little bit more space, so on and so forth, or a third row seat. And the Chrysler guys go, well, let me show you the Durango. Oh, no, I wanted the Jeep. Well, that being said, the Durango is only $500 more on the base price than the Jeep Grand Cherokee. In reality, where the Jeep's been unbelievably popular, when you go out on a road trip, things of this nature, I actually prefer the ride and drive of the Durango better. And, by the way, a couple engines, V6 with 295 horsepower. It also has the Hemi engine at 360. But when you look at the interior, particularly since Chrysler has changed out their navigation systems, this is really first-class stuff in here. It looks expensive, it sounds expensive when you drive it down the road. And where I'm not necessarily the biggest fan in the world of 3 rows of seats and mid-size SUVs, I put the seat up before we started to show you how easy the access is into the back if you have people back there. Then you can throw the seat down and you can see the amount of leg room that you have in the back seat. Now, the downside to all this is when you have a mid-size SUV, 3 rows of seats and they're up, is you're only going to have so much space here in the back, but this is actually more than a lot of them used to be. And underneath you have a nice area where you can put valuables if you have to park it in a parking lot during the day. Now, one little thing, I wish there was a button here to bring the back hatch down. You have to do that off the keypad. So they start literally a little over $30,000. So since it's been reintroduced, that's up maybe a couple grand, but it's got a much nicer interior to it. This one here is $39,000 with absolutely everything on it. And again, in my opinion, the Jeep Grand Cherokee is great, but I actually like the Durango better. With that, you all have a good weekend.
Thanks, Ed. You too. You can listen to Ed on 570 KLIF tomorrow. His car column always in tomorrow's Fort Worth Star Telegram automotive section.